Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and before we get started, and because I don't do so nearly often enough, my channel won't grow without the support of you all. So if you find value in my content, consider doing all the clicky-clickies, like button, subscribe, notifications, share, all that good stuff that our overlord the algorithm loves more than anything. Also, links to my Discord, Patreon, Ko-Fi, or Ko-Fi, or whatever, and everything if you choose to support my channel even further, are in the description down below. Now, as is always the case with such topics like the issue that occurred yesterday with Artesian builds, information tends to move very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that additional information had begun coming out while my previous video was still uploading, and yet more information has come to light earlier today, which helps to further underscore some issues of potential concern with Artesian builds CEO Noah Katz. We've had Intel step in, which resulted in a more formal written apology being issued by Noah Katz, followed shortly after by a video apology that fared only slightly better than the apology video issued by confirmed plagiarist Philip Mewson. So let's get started. At around 2:30 p.m. Pacific time yesterday, Intel Gaming released the following on their Twitter page. Thank you to the community for reaching out to us. Intel Gaming values inclusivity for all content creators, and we aim to support the gaming community as a whole. We will continue to make partnership decisions based upon what allows us to reach all communities through our products. We strive towards welcoming streamers of all sizes to our programs and do not agree with recent negative comments directed towards small streamers. We are reaching out to the relevant parties to address the situation. So what this basically means in non-PR speak is that Intel really did not care for how Noah Katz treated smaller channels such as Kiapias during an Intel-sponsored giveaway stream, and we're likely going to be reaching out to Artesian builds to do to them what Disney did to Electronic Arts over Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA. Although it is also likely that they will intend to continue such sponsorships in the future as long as Noah cleans up his act. And then approximately an hour and a half later, Noah Katz released the following statement on the Artesian Builds Twitter account. During last evening's livestream, I made a statement that has affected and hurt Kiapias. I take full accountability and sincerely apologize for how my statements has hurt Kiapias as a viewer and participant in supporting Artesian. Due to the update giveaway guidelines, which were not in alignment for this giveaway, I made the wrong decision to not provide the giveaway prize to the rightful winner, Kiapias. This action does not reflect the values of Artesian. The statements I made regarding the update giveaways guidelines were made under the wrong circumstances and were in no way appropriate. We would like to be able to provide new guidelines in the future that will allow everyone to participate in all and any giveaways. The statement regarding our viewers does not align with the value of Artesian builds again. I apologize for how this has hurt our community. Now, he continues on, essentially reiterating the same talking points and thanking everyone. However, there were a couple of notable standout elements of this apology that myself and numerous others had pointed out. He admitted within that statement that Kiapias was the rightful winner of the Ambassador PC, yet nowhere within that statement did he actually promise to provide her with what she had rightfully won. To that end, Kiapias herself posted that they had indeed offered to make good to her via email. However, she has declined that offer and has asked to be removed from the Ambassador program. A sentiment I very much personally agree with and would have done the same were I in her shoes. No. I would have demanded they provide the PC to the next person in line whom they disqualified for similar reasons. Remember that there were 8 others besides Kiapias that were similarly disqualified for that Ambassador PC in a very similar manner before the 10th person's name to be drawn ended up winning it. In addition, there were still other smaller channels that were similarly disqualified from even receiving merch as a prize. To that end, Kiapias herself shouted out 2 of those creators, and they had their own reasons to be rightfully outraged at Noah Katz's actions. The first is Protoss, a Twitch streamer with 2.9 thousand followers. And here is what Noah Katz had to say in regards to this person.
They are streaming, but not like once or every other week or so.
Every other week? Twice a month?
Yeah, it depends. Maybe sometimes twice in a day, but then not reliably. And unfortunately, the follower count is extremely flat. Yeah, no, that's a no. Less than 1 follower gained per day. That's gonna be a no from us, dog. Showing very low activity ratings. And CCV also would be 50, a floor of 50 as our CCV floor.
And this is what Protoss had to say in response. I'm not sure that this is how Artesian Builds operates themselves at all, but I am appalled that you felt the need to try to put me down on your stream for the imaginary criteria you made up on the fly. That's a no from me, dog. That's lame as hell, mind you. I don't need the PC. I would have just done a giveaway for my community or let them know to give it to someone else if I was contacted. So get off that high horse like you were doing your ambassadors a favor when you aren't. Now, the second person that Kiapias had shouted out is StrawberryMoogle, a Skyrim streamer with 2.7 thousand followers. And this is what Katz said in reference to her channel.
Activity, valid activity. Unfortunately, with only 2.4K followers. Certainly valid, certainly able to get merchandise, a valid user, able to win other products, but not yeah.
And StrawberryMoogle also went off on a bit of a tirade over Noah's actions where she said, "Wow, Noah, you are the definition of scum. Katz, not only did you essentially just look at all my hard work and go, not good enough, you straight up lied to people. You made me and so many of us feel like all of our work means nothing. How dare you? Not only did you drag my numbers essentially, you pretended that all that work meant nothing. I worked hard AF for my stream to grow. I refuse to allow you to sit on live and essentially state I'm not enough. That small streamers aren't enough. I hope you can't sleep at night. Valid numbers, thank you, but I'm pretty sure I did not ask for someone to read over my analytics for a free giveaway, but that's fine. I'm glad I was shown. I was already livid that this happened to others, but this tops the cake. No filter? No PR team? Is that seriously the excuse we were going for, Artesian Builds? Nowhere did you state your inequitable rules. I am floored at how this took place and the others hurt in this process. And by my count, there were roughly a dozen other creators that Katz treated this way in addition to these three. Now, I know in a rushed apology, like this one very much was, it's going to primarily focus on the focus of the controversy, which was going to be Kiapias being hers with the first name pulled for the Ambassador PC. However, that should not be the entire focus of this situation, as he was treating all of these disqualified streamers in a very similar manner, although most admittedly he was the most condescending with Kiapias. And this written apology by him was clearly rushed and likely in an attempt to appease intel more than anything else. And then came the video apology, which followed roughly an hour and 45 minutes after the written one.
Last night on our platform on Twitch, a platform that many amazing creators helped me to create in no small part, I glossed over a few amazing creators in a PC giveaway, and I absolutely should not have done that. And I did it in a stupid way. A really stupid way. I'm extremely sorry about that. Kia, Strawberry, Protoss, and any others hurt by this. I would not intend that for you ever. I'm so sorry. That's not how anyone should be treated. We have a platform capable of building people up. And we're going to use that platform going forward to do an even better job of building people up, never tearing them down. It will not happen again. So going forward, any ambassador is eligible to win the PCs. Any ambassador at all. Right back to the rules that we had in place before. And we're going to do everything that we can to do an even better job of helping creators to create and helping the community that we built to be a more inclusive and valuable place to be. I don't really do videos like this a lot, and I don't really know what to say. But I'm extremely sorry, and I wouldn't want to have been treated that way. Stupid. Super stupid. And I won't do it again. I'm an influencer, but I'm also an executive, and those boundaries can get blurred. I know what to do. I appreciate all the feedback from all of you. We spent some time looking at all of it, ingesting, thinking. We will do better. Thank you for your patience, and we hope to create amazing things together real soon.
Now, within that video, we saw a lot of the very standard tropes with what I had originally compared to confirmed plagiarist Philip Mewson's non-apology video. One thing that did stand out to me was the rather poor quality of the audio, where he is clearly in the same general area of where they hold their live streams, and I know they have higher quality audio equipment than that. Again, this seemed to be an ill-conceived attempt that was only half thought through, if that much. We also saw the consistent squinting of the eyes, which I took to be rather out of place and likely done so in order to attempt to appear sympathetic to those he had taken a dump on just one day prior. And along with that, we got at least one heavy sigh. After all, no apology video is complete without one. And then we had the fadeaway, which was just quick enough to not fall into the territory of being a slow fade. All in all, with the written apology and given the short time frame involved, this just came across as rushed to me. And I stated as much publicly that while they did need to do something, all of this merely strikes of damage control and not contrition. What I think Noah Katz and Artesian Builds needs to do here is stop, take some time, really assess how you screwed up, not only in treating your ambassadors the way you have, but also stop breaking the law when it comes to your giveaways. Rules need to be clearly defined and announced prior and during the giveaway, and that needs to be done so in written form to all participants and clearly expressed to all of your viewers once again, so it is in no uncertain terms what those rules are for all parties involved. Quite frankly, it amazes me that such a simple concept seemed to so completely escape them in this regard. And then we have the new legal troubles that Noah Katz and Artesian Builds seem to be facing. Earlier today, a viewer pointed me to a video posted by the YouTuber OnePeg titled Artesian Builds CEO Speedruns Tax Evasion Gets Caught. And what he found was that Artesian Builds, the company, is considered to be forfeited by the state of California. But it gets a little more complicated than he outlined within his video, so let's start at the top and work our way down. There are 3 businesses registered at Artesian Future Technology LLC in the United States, and 2 of them are listed as franchises of the third. The head office of Artesian Future Technology is registered in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, with Noah Katz listed as the president. One of the branches of Artesian Future Technology also resides within Spokane, Washington, also listing Noah Katz as the governor of that branch. And then we have the second branch in San Francisco, California, which Noah Katz is again the director, and is also the city in which Noah Katz resides. Which is an interesting setup, and I'm not entirely sure why they have set up their business structure in this manner. Maybe someone a bit more versed in corporate structure can let me know. However, California is where they conduct their business. It's where they have their staff. It is where they conduct their live streams from. Well, as of today, March the 2nd, the California Franchise Tax Board has transitioned Artesian Builds to the listing of forfeited. And what does that mean? Well, according to the California FTB website, they state, if your business is suspended, you cannot legally do business, sell, transfer, or exchange real property, which means they can't sell off assets, file an automatic extension, file a claim for refund, start or continue a protest, legally close or dissolve your business, meaning you have to stay open, bring an action or defend your business in court, meaning if you sue this company over actions that they've taken while they're in this status, they cannot defend themselves. File or maintain an appeal before the Office of Tax Appeals. Maintain the right to use your business name. Secretary of State will deny your reviver request if the entity name is no longer available. Secretary of State will require a business to choose a new name. Retain tax-exempt status. We revoke an organization's tax-exempt status as of the suspension date. So Artesian Builds cannot legally conduct business in the state of California. They cannot legally sell products. They can't sell off their assets. They can't close their business. They have to keep paying their employees. And they also lose the right to their business name, which means currently if someone in San Francisco were to set up an LLC of the same name, they will never get that name back. And of course, the company itself cannot file a lawsuit against anyone while it's in this status. And if the company is sued over actions that were conducted while it's in this status, they cannot defend themselves. It also states a bit further down that if anyone enters into a contract with the California franchise of Artesian Builds while their company is in this current status, they can just then void the contract at will. Now, it's likely that they have this hub and spoke structure configured specifically to get around this, at least on a surface level, but that is entering a realm of law I have never even begun to look at before. However, it stands to reason that if Noah Katz is so incapable of operating his business in good faith, then how are we to take his apology seriously? It all just seems so disingenuous to me. And while these smaller streamers, in particular Kiapias, have benefited in some way or another over Noah's treatment of them, it absolutely in no way excuses that treatment. And it would seem that Noah really needs to get his business in order and possibly fix his personality, or risk demolishing whatever reputation his company might have left. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.